Hey everybody, before we get started on this little video series on the little Echo 2511T, I wanted to point out something that I noticed as I was going through an editing video. This is just a guy. I'm not a professional. I don't do this every day. I don't do it for a living. I'm just a hobbyist that likes to play with chainsaws and cut firewood and help my family out. To be honest, I don't even burn firewood myself. All the wood cutting I have done to this date has been for someone else. I take care of my parents' firewood needs, which my grandmother happens to live with them. So I'm just cutting wood for them, and I might sell a little along the way just to maybe support my hobby. And I like playing with the cameras and videos, so I thought I would start a YouTube channel. But before we get started in this, I want you guys to remember that you're going to see me struggle along the way. You're going to see me learn as we go. And don't expect me to just go right out there and tune this saw and it runs perfect and everything is exactly right. Some of the stuff I do on the tailgate of my truck, some of it I do right here in my little garage. But the intention of this video is for you all to see just a guy, just some dude that enjoys it. I figured it out on my own, and we're gonna see if we can get good results. So I don't really know what I expect out of any of this, and I don't know what I expect from you guys, but maybe take it easy on me a little bit. Like I said, I'm just doing it for fun, and I thought I'd document it along the way and see if someone else that does it for fun might learn something from just an average guy. So with that, I'll go right on into the video and we'll get started. I'm going to do it in two parts. This first one is just me stock cuts with the saw and then fiddling with the carburetor and getting the limiters out and really realizing that we didn't gain much until we do the muffler, which part two will be the muffler and the nano chain upgrade. I'll put that out here probably at the same time, and then I'll do a third part where we port it. So that's kind of the intention for the saw video. I'm not going to do any crazy timed cuts and all that, but you'll see it as we go. You'll see how much better the saw gets, every little thing we do to it. It's pretty cool. It's kind of neat to see improvements per each dollar spent on it. And it's pretty cheap. So anyway, here we go. Let's get started, and thanks for tuning in. Picked up this little Echo 2511T. I trolling around Home Depot's website and found they had them. This is the 14-inch version, but they had them on sale for some reason really cheap. I think I paid $440 for it. I think they retail for like $550. But I've been a little bit curious about modding a little saw of some sort from stock to ported, doing it all myself. And I thought, well, this could be a great, this could be a good little starting point. These saws reportedly respond really well to porting and muffler mods and even a simple carb tune. So right now it is box stock. I fired it up, cut one little pine limb, shut it off, and then I'm gonna record it from start to finish, what we do to it. I thought maybe we'll make some cuts with it stock, then we'll get in there and pull the carb adjustment limiters out, and we'll adjust the carb and see what it does. I ordered a West Coast saw muffler for it, so we'll throw that on and see what kind of improvement it makes. I ordered the nano conversion kit from saw suppliers. We'll throw that on, make some cuts, and then we'll just see what each little mod we do to it, we'll see what kind of improvement it makes. And then once we get that done, I'm going to port this thing myself. Pretty comfortable with engines and two strokes, and been around dirt bikes and saws my whole life, but I've never really attempted to port one myself. So I've got a good idea of what to do, and we're gonna get in there and do that too, and we'll see just how much improvement we can make out of this little bitty old climbing saw. Be a handy little tool to my arsenal, and I think it'll be a fun series. So follow along, and I guess what I'll do is put it out in 3 or 4 short little videos. That way we don't have a long 2-hour long video of all this. So we'll make it a little little series. So stay tuned and let's go make some cuts with it in stock trim and see what we got. Okay, got the tiny little Marlboro carb off, and we're going to pull these limiter caps right here out. So what you got to do is turn them all the way to the left. Uh-oh. Seems like they're already turned all the way to the left on this one. So, yeah, they're backed out as far as they can go. Then you just take a pick and get in here and start pulling these guys up. Try a different pick here. There is another way to do this. You can actually put a wood screw in these caps and drive them up and out. There we go. See that? Now we got it coming up. Once you get the first one out, it's not bad. Okay, there's the first one. Some people take these out and leave them out, but I think it's going to be easier to get in and adjust on the carb with them in. Otherwise, it could be tough to find that screw with your screwdriver. Apologize if you can't see exactly what I'm doing. There's the second one coming out now. Okay. There we go. Now what we got to do, see this little tip right here? We're going to cut them off and make these smooth, and then we'll have free range of motion. As I'm doing this on the bed of my truck out in the field, so there's that one. See that? Take this guy. go. There's the first one out. So now you can see I cut them tips off of there. Just a pocket knife, nothing special. If your pocket knife's not sharp, it might be tough, but I keep a pretty sharp knife. I carry Benchmade knives. If you don't own a good quality pocket knife, I suggest you spend the money and get one. I carried cheapos for years and it seemed like one use and they were dull. I switched over to Benchmade a few years ago, and I tell you, you can't beat them. This one here actually has a divot out of the tip. That's all me. I'm bad about prying with them, but otherwise, this is a great little knife. Okay. Now, all right. So my little hat cam died, so we're gonna just stick these back in. I ended up removing these limiter caps after the fact. I couldn't get a screwdriver in there to them to adjust, so I just popped them back out and left it open, and it's much easier to adjust. So I would just pop the limiter caps out and leave them out and call it good. Tuning here. So cam back in. There we go. Now they're back in, and as you can see, now we got full range of motion on these. So now we can do all the tuning we want with them now. So we'll stick this back in the saw and we'll get after it. Okay. That got back on. Oh, sorry. Doing this backwards. Throttle link is back on. Vent back on. Okay. Came in there. Uh-oh. Up here. There we go. Okay. I'm a terrible cameraman now. Back in. Again, guys, I did this in the field on the tailgate of my truck. One, just to kind of show the simplicity of it, and two, because I cut wood, kind of my wood yard, for lack of a better term, is down here at my grandmother's property, and where the heck does that go on? There we go. All right. Anyway, I cut wood down here, and I live about 10 miles away, so just thought I would just do this down here for the heck of it. All right, we're back together. We'll go see if we can't get this thing tuned up and running. Okay, so here's what I've done. Pulled the limiter caps out. Now I've got the carb set. I just, for a baseline, for a starting point, I don't even know if it'll run yet, I haven't tried it, but I have both screws 1.5 turns out. That's a kind of a common area, or common starting point on most carbs. This is me talking about dirt bikes, because that's all I've ever really gotten into heavily. But anyway, so we're starting at 1.5 turns, and we'll fire this thing up and see if we can get him to run better. Well, we know we need more low already, so we'll go 1/2 turn. Do another 1/2 turn. better. So we're 2.5 turns out on the low speed now. Needs more fuel, don't you? We're drowning it in fuel. All right. I ended up running this saw quite a bit more off camera and got it broken a little bit and got the carburetor tuned much better. I was running out of time here and I quit messing with it, but as you can see, it was still not running good through this cut, but it was much better after the fact. I think that's about as good as she gets, fellas. The muffler's just plugged up. This is a it's a catalytic muffler, so it's all plugged up and hemmed up, but I don't know. I don't think we gained a whole lot. What do you think? All right, so let's recap a little bit here. That chain is so aggressive. This poor little saw, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm really not going to waste my time sharpening it because the next thing we're going to do is do the nano conversion, but that is the most aggressive chain. And maybe it's just the nature of the little bitty saw, but golly, seems like the rakers are pretty low, but I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, so got the limiter caps out, and after we got it to run better-ish, maybe not much, I checked where these were. Both of them are sitting right at 2 1/4 turns out right now. So we will, that's about all we can do, I think, for now, until we do the muffler mod or the nano chain. I think after running it, the next thing I want to do is the nano chain. We'll make a video and see what kind of difference that makes. Then we'll put the West Coast saw muffler on it, and we'll see what that does. And then we'll tear this sucker to pieces and see if I can't really screw it up and make it never run again. So till next time, thanks for watching. Please help me out. I'm trying to get this little channel off the ground. I enjoy being out here, and I enjoy making these little videos, and I love learning and watching YouTube. So I hope that maybe someone will find my channel and learn something along the way from a guy that's really just picking up this hobby and starting from the ground up. So please give me a like or a subscribe or a comment, or if you don't like it, tell me why. Maybe I can make it better. So till next time, thank you.